because yeah, I want to help some friends out and shit. All right, so usually what I start off with is a circle. Probably a better one than that. Oh dear God, I hate when my drawing tablet does this. All right, so you're gonna want the brush size to be kind of decent, I guess. What the hell? I usually draw like multiple circles to get it down. Um, uh, so first you want to draw an X through the circle because it'll be there for anatomical like indicators later. So yeah. Um, then I sort of just start off with the jawline, which is relatively simple. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I'm gonna erase this part of this circle because we don't need that anymore. Clean this up a bit. Weird ass head right there. Okay, so now we got that down. This line right here is where we're gonna have our eyebrows. So I'm gonna redraw that because that looks a little awkward. About right there. Alright, so then you start with the ear just a little bit below that, like right here. Okay. The eyes are gonna start at like the top of the ears. Just shitty. Okay, I'm gonna make them black because ooh, spoopy. Um, and the nose will be about at the bottom of the ears. So just draw like a little like indicator, I guess. The mouth is gonna be in between right here and right there. So you're gonna want to put it like right there. Probably just like a straight line for right now. We're not worrying about expressions yet. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit. So we're gonna put our eyebrows right on this line. So I'm gonna erase that really quickly and do that little indicator thing. Again, this isn't gonna be the final look of the face I'm drawing. I'm just putting indicators. Okay, I'm gonna work on another layer so I can put more detail, I'd suppose. Okay. Work on a smaller layer, like a smaller like brush size, like, or if you're doing traditional, do smaller like strokes for this because it's minor detail. Because if you put too much detail on the nose, it looks kind of weird. So yeah, um, from right here, where the eyebrow is, you're gonna want to do like a small curved line that'll show like the bridge of the nose, because people usually have bridges on their noses. Not always, but like it's basic. I'm just drawing. I don't even know who I'm drawing right now, so. I'm gonna start off with like the nostrils, which again, if you put too much detail, it looks a little awkward. So you just kind of start off with like the basic shape, and then to give like sort of a 3D look, I put like a sort of nub right here. Which later, it looks kind of awkward right now, but shading later will make it look a little less awkward. Yeah, that looks awkward. Hold up. Fix this really quickly. Maybe make it go up and meet the bridge of the nose. Okay. So now for the eyes. Usually I like to do with my noses. I'll do this. I don't know why. I just do it because I think it looks nice. Why is there dots everywhere? Where'd you come from? Anyway, so we're gonna start with the eyes, and you wanna do these. You wanna do when you do eyes. You wanna do this same thing on the same side to avoid inconsistencies, so that they look relatively the same and not like you stole someone's eye. So you start off with like the upper part of the eyelid, which I guarantee most people have, hopefully. And yeah, start off with that, and then we do somewhat of the waterline for the bottom part of the eye, which is a little thinner, unless they're like wearing ungodly amounts of makeup. Yeah, so we got that basic part. If usually people have eyelids, some people have monolids, but like those are a little different. So you're gonna draw like the little basic, small little details for the eyelids. Usually when you like want to put a lot of detail, you put small markings to indicate detail, but not like completely flushing it out where it looks kind of awkward. Like minimal marks equals more detail in a way. So don't like go overboard with that. Usually I take like a smaller brush and do this. I can't line today. I'm gonna zoom in. Because people have lines on their eyes that make them look tired. Because tired people. I don't know. Yeah, never mind. I'll do that. I usually don't. It looks kind of dumb, so I'll take it away. I'm a total mess right now. Ha! Okay. Now the inside of the, like the iris. I usually just do big dark circles. I don't do anything super fancy for the eyes normally, but I could totally do that while I'm here. And if like a little bit of a highlight, you can put like as if they're looking into like, I don't know, like a camera spotlight. You can put like the white circles, or just like, I suppose, like this for like, you know, natural lighting. That's usually what I go with. And then the eyebrows. I'm gonna do like a little bit of an arched eyebrow. You don't have to do this. It just depends on the person because everybody has a different face. So yeah. That looks too much like a drag queen. So it's kind of like a bow, like an arch. You don't want to be like too heavy with it, or it's gonna look really strange, like they have a mountain on their face. And it doesn't have to be too straight, or it's just not gonna look natural. Because people have like arches in their eyebrows. Usually. If not, then what are you doing? Yeah, eyebrows aren't ever just lines unless they're purposely made like that in real life. They have their own thickness or their own like light, I guess, depending on how light or dark the person's hair is. So yeah, yay. Yeah, they look kind of quizzical, like they don't know what's going on. Like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Oh. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so usually when you put emotions in the eyebrows, you just put little like marks in between because the skin creases when you do things with your eyebrows. I hope you notice. Yeah, I think that looks decent. this is a little uneven. This isn't gonna be extra detailed. I'm just trying to show you how faces work, I guess. I'm gonna erase that because that looks awkward. Okay. So now we're gonna do the mouth. And mouths are kind of weird because people have thinner or thicker lips, or they're doing something weird with their lips. I don't know. I'm gonna give this guy, like, what the hell? There's some person working on my roof right now, so don't mind that. Usually when I do the mouth, I usually put, like, the small little, like, corner parts of the mouth, because usually that's where the shadow is when people smile. So usually I just kind of thin it out right there, and then when you go towards the middle, you just kind of thin out the line. Yeah. Usually when I, like, put definition in the lips, I don't put too much, like, drawing lines, because then it just makes it look awkward, like, again, like the nose. So you leave most of the definition to the shading and the color. Yeah. There's your face so far. Just gonna outline this very quickly. I wonder if I should ever do a speed paint. Maybe someday when I have time. Yeah. Okay, so ears. Again, we're just gonna draw the ears really quickly. And I also keep my ears pretty simple. People have the weird, like, curl right here. So you go in and like that. I never put too much detail into the ears because ears are weird. But I put enough to know that there's, like, you know, actually ears there instead of just, like, weird flappy parts coming off of the face. Yeah. Alrighty, I'm not gonna pay too much detail, but when you do necks, you start right here where the jawline is, so, like, to make it anatomically correct so that it isn't too wide or too thin. And then usually you want it to be, like, a good, like about the length of this right here on the face is right, unless you got, like, a giraffe neck like me. And then the shoulders come out. And another thing about shoulders is that they're usually where you can sit a head right here and a head right there for it to be anatomically correct. But that's not always the case with people, because people can be different, I guess. But usually that's the case when it comes to anatomy. I'm gonna move this towards the center more so. And then delete this. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on clothes and shit later, because people don't know how to draw clothes wrinkles without putting literally none at all, or putting way too much, and clothes are weird. They are kind of weird, because, yeah. Anyways, so I'm just gonna do, like, quick hair. I don't know what hair should this guy have. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on hair too, because that sounds like something people would want to see. Me drawing my anime hair. This looks kind of like my hair, actually. I'm not really trying very hard on this hair. Let's give this guy sideburns. That sounds nice. But not too close to the cheek, or that just looks weird. Oops. Alright. Ta-da. Let's give this guy clothes. There, he has clothes. Alrighty. So, what we're gonna do with the face is we're gonna find some sort of color. Okay, this is good advice for if you're doing digital like coloring, I guess. You want to find like a dark gray kind of color for the background and put that there. You want to know why? Because usually when you pick colors on white, you make the skin a lot paler than it should be, because anything that looks kind of remotely skin tone looks kind of gross. So you want to like pick it on a darker color so that it looks more, you know, skin-like, I guess. Like, see, this looks pretty good as a skin tone, I'd say. I'm just gonna color this guy really quickly. Let's give him like a red shirt, because I like red. What color hair? Let's give him like let's give him like some weird brown color. Kind of like the background, but not really. Maybe like a dirty blonde. Yeah, that looks good. I should probably figure out how to speed this up so that you don't have to watch me color this like a fucking potato. I'm not even gonna try with the hair right now. But it must look at least okay. Fuck, am I coloring this on the wrong layer? Yeah, I'm coloring it on the wrong layer. Fuck me. Oh well, we'll just keep doing it from here. It probably wouldn't affect too much. Though I do suggest you do this on a separate layer, because usually that's better, so that blending and shit is better. And you know, you don't do fucking that when you're trying to fix the fucking colors. Going on the outside of the lines. Usually that's a good idea, but I'm fucking stupid. We're too far along already. Alright. So, I'm gonna keep this pretty basic. When you go to go do the eyes, ah, fuck. Okay. That's not right. Okay, so when you go to do the eyes, you pick like a color that's off-white. Because off-white is usually what color the whites, quote-unquote, of your eyes are. And then you take like somewhat of like a blue and shade the part of the eye. Because eyes also have shading, surprisingly. Alright, now we shade the rest of the face. And what you do when you shade the rest of the face is you take this color and you go kind of diagonal so it's darker in saturation and in tone. So it kind of gives off like a softer color than going completely darker. And what I do when I shade faces is that you just guess where the basic light is coming from. So usually I make it come down from above, like it's the silhouette of Jesus or something. Yeah, so I shade basically right here, which is where the bridge of the nose of the bridge. I messed up. Bridge of the yeah, bridge of the nose. I think I'm saying that right. Eyes also give off that slight shadow from the eyelids, and also right here, because temples exist on your face, sort of. Okay. Slightly under the eyebrow. Oh yeah, he has eyebrows coming through his hair all of a sudden. That makes sense. It's a style people do, but sometimes I don't like it because it looks really unreal. So that makes more sense. Okay. Okay. Now for the nose. You want to shade the sides of the nostrils because then it'll make it look like it's coming out more forward. And then under the nose so that it looks like it's has some space where it actually protrudes outward. Also under the eyes because bags and your eyeballs are spheres, so they have some definition, I'd say. A little bit right here, though, like not that much. I'll show you how to blur that. Because people have cheekbones that start right here, and then they have the jawline. So then you take this color, take the original color, and you kind of like thin it out so it's not as obvious. Yeah. Again, this is really shitty. I'm just trying to show you basic things. Okay, so people have that little dip in their lip right here, and usually their top lip is shaded because, yeah, they shaded, and beneath the bottom lip just a little bit. That looks kind of weird. Hold up. Don't be afraid to make your brush bigger or smaller as you go through this process because some places are harder to reach with corners and such. And then of course under the neck because your head and jaw aren't connected to your neck in this fashion, so usually you have shading under the under your jaw because that's just how shadowing works. People have blood, so usually they have like pink parts of their face, depending on their skin tone. So since our guy right here is Caucasian, I'm not racist, I swear. You take the orangey color he has and kind of go down a bit to the red, and then go a little further down from where you were. And what I like to do is that I'll take the watercolor brush, which you could just use whatever brush really, but I like this one because it blends a little better, and take it at a certain opacity, whatever, so that it's not as strong. Make the brush a bit bigger so that it's like a little smoother, and just sort of dust the face. It's not that he looks like he just I don't know, just dust it a little bit so it looks kind of natural, so he doesn't look like a corpse, because corpses are kind of freaky. And I sometimes put it on the ears because that makes sense to me. Usually I would have this on a separate layer and put on Protect Alpha so that it doesn't go out on this part, but since I was stupid and put it on the background layer, I can't do that, so ha. Lips are also extraordinarily pink usually, because that's how humans work for some fucking reason. So I usually make the lips somewhat pink. And then I reapply that shading with kind of doing the same process I did with the skin, if that makes any sense. With all the blushed areas, because they're not going to have the same shadow as, say, your regular skin. Oh yeah, don't forget to shade the ears, by the way, because they have shading too. Yeah. So there's a face. This is really basic. I could probably do a more realistic route, like how I normally do my faces, but this is just for basic shit, like for people to attempt. So yeah, there's your person. Yeah. I'll probably do other tutorials because I like helping people out and stuff, and I've been told my art is okay. So, yeah, I'll see you later.